Carol Sue Brayton. I live in Fife. I'm running against Lori Jenkins, the 27th District Representative position. I decided to step up at the last moment because no one else did, and somebody has to. So my whole thing is, number one, I live on the Puyallup Tribal Reservation, and so I'm from Fife, so I'm supporting these people over here. And I'm going to say, number one, public safety is the number one issue. The income tax, no, we have to have voter ID. We have to have ID that's proper. We have to have driver's license vetted. No illegal immigrants getting services. No one that comes in gets to have money from Pierce County. We also need to have public safety beyond just law enforcement. We have to have safe roads, safe streets, other things that include our public safety. We need to look beyond the horizons of what we're doing right now as a party and as other things. And I'm asking for your backing, that there's no men in women's restrooms, that we have no biological men in women's restrooms, none in these girls and women's sports, and none in prisons. And so we need to take a look at this. And we need to recognize gender dysphoria is a disability. And these people are disabled, but they doesn't give them the right to intrude on other people. And so I believe in constitutional rights, conservative rights, and that we have to uphold our state constitution. I believe that we need to have our sheriffs all elected, that the Keep Washington Working Act needs to be nullified totally. And so we have a lot of work to do on a lot of things down in the legislature, and I'm willing to do that. Before I could put a whole thing in, and Second Amendment rights.
Hi everyone, I'm Bob Hagelin, candidate for Congress in Washington's very winnable 8th Congressional District. Boy, do I approve of that message I just heard. Go beat Lori Jenkins, please. So I will just say dittos on pretty much everything she said, because it'll save you a few seconds here. The reason I'm running is I'm a fourth generation Washingtonian myself, lived here in the Puget Sound area almost my entire life. My great-grandfather and grandfather both were farmers. They worked in the timber industry. I worked in high tech most of my life. Most recently as a mad scientist, I like to call it, working on satellite technology. So I have a pretty good grip from my family experience and from my own personal experience on what's big in the 8th Congressional District. Look, we have a great opportunity to get rid of Kim Schreier and vote her out this year. And I'm asking for your support to do that. It's going to take all of us to do it. In my campaigns in the past, I ran for Secretary of State in the special election in 2022, came in second among Republicans in that race. So I know what it takes to win statewide. I know what it takes to win this district. One of the biggest things is we got to mobilize our people and increase the intensity of our voters. So I'd like to ask you to join just all of us join together. If we can raise the voter intensity in the district, we'll all win together. And that's the best way to beat them in the swamp in DC and beat them down in Olympia as well. So again, my name is Bob Hagelin, candidate for Congress, District 8. I'd love to have your support, my cards and envelopes on the table. My wife Amy is sitting over here too, and so if you have any questions, I'll be here the whole time. I'd love to answer all of them for you. Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to be back. My name is Trin Ha. I'm a proud candidate for U.S. Congress in Washington's 8th District, running against Kim Schreier. I am the daughter of a South Vietnamese intelligence officer. During the Vietnam War, my dad worked alongside American advisors to stop communist insurgents from committing terrorist attacks on civilians and government officials. When the war ended, the communist government that came to power placed him in hard labor camps for 7 long years. No trial, no sentence, no end. Alone, my mother carried our family through famine, and we survived by eating the grass that grew on graves. That was our life until 1995, when we came to the United States through a program created for those who survived communist labor camps. We came with nothing, no English, no money, and no certainty about our future. But thanks to the churchgoers who opened their doors, we rebuilt our lives. I went on to earn my PhD from UC Berkeley, where I taught undergraduates and worked at UC Press. I then went on to work for the Department of Veterans Affairs, investigating fraud, targeting veterans, and expanding veterans' access to education. I contributed to 3 successful prosecutions and brought back millions of dollars to the department. Now, my story and my family's story is not unique. It is a shared history of so many Vietnamese Americans. And we are on the heels of the 51st anniversary of the Vietnam War, so let me stay on that point for just a second. Vietnamese Americans are among the great success stories of this nation. We lived through what most can never imagine. War that swallowed whole cities. Years behind barbed wires. The roar of the open sea beneath tiny boats. The endless waiting in refugee camps. And then the slow and lonely work of beginning all over again in a place where even the simplest words sounded foreign. And yet, from those ashes, we built a community that rises again and again to ever new heights. Today, Vietnamese Americans create real estate empires from nothing. We sit in the highest chambers of government. We build and fly American war machines. From nothing to riches, from refugee camps to the halls of power. That is not luck. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the United States of America. Only in America, can I have a few more minutes?
Vote train hard.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathleen Richardson, and I am running for the first Position 1, 28th Legislative District. And I think all of you can relate to the fact that there are some disturbing things happening here in Washington State. We have a government that is disconnected from the individuals that they actually are supposed to be representing. We have businesses that are struggling to stay open. We have family members that are struggling to make ends meet, and there is no more of the American dream. The harder we work, the more taxes that end up coming due, because we are getting legislation that is occurring that is taking away that prosperity that we were believed if we work hard, we would be able to have. I think that this discouragement is not something for us to stop working hard for. There is actually hope, and I think that we are in the right time for that hope. I've had the opportunity to talk with multiple individuals, leaders, Matt Brown, Matt Froelich. I've been able to speak with Mary Dye and many other people, and they all do the same thing. They still believe. They're still coming back day after day, fighting for us, fighting for the individuals that they represent, and that is really encouraging for me. And I am running in the 20th district, and I understand this is a really hard district to run in. I understand that running against Mari Levitt is very difficult to do, but I want to let you know I am not a candidate placeholder. I am not a name on the ballot. I am actually in this to win. I think we have a chance. I am an Army veteran, spent 20 years in the Army. I deployed to Iraq. I'm a nurse educator, I'm a nurse leader, and I am a small business owner. I live in the district, my businesses are in the district, and my family is in the district. And I hope that I can garner your support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sherry Hayes, and I'm running for the House of Representatives, Position 2, in LD 29. There's another gentleman that's also running for position number 2. His name is Derek Plum. He's not here right now, I don't believe. However, I wrote the 4-page letter that's on your tables, and I just want to remind us, you are the superpowers. The United States of America is the world superpower because of the superpowers that the citizens of the United States have. And our Washington State Constitution is in line with the United States Constitution, the Declaration of Independence and the amendments. And some of them are on here that are being eroded and mutilated. And I am a writer. I used to work for the News Tribune, and I quit because of their bias. I went back to school and got a master's in economics. I know that you voted for me to be a secretary. However, I think that this position might be more of a help. I'm not sure. I do hope that you will all understand that I'm a boomer, I'm 75. I lived through the Vietnam War. I know what it did to our country. I know that the Pentagon Papers say that they knew that we shouldn't go there because we would never win, and they still sent us. And that took down one whole generation of people, and that, I think, was on purpose. That's my opinion. I love our military. I am a daughter of the American Revolution, and I am in service to our military and to our police.